faculty from KC College welcome you to day 2 of this special induction program organized for our first year undergraduate students of Hsnc University. Dear students, you are taking your first steps into undergraduate education with us, and we would like to wish you all an enriching journey through this 2-week induction program. This program will include several sessions by experts from varied fields, and it promises to be filled with rich and stimulating experiences that will orient you to the academic, co-curricular, and extracurricular environment at our university, and also add to your overall growth and development. We are honored to have with us today the Provost of Hsnc University, Dr. Niranjan Hiranandani, who will be addressing you all today. A warm welcome to the Registrar and Dean of Arts and Humanities, Dr. Bhagwan Balani, Dean of Commerce and Management, Dr. Pooja Ramchandani, Principals, Vice Principals, as well as faculty of Hsnc University colleges and schools. Students, on day 1, you were introduced to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Hemlata Bagla, whose inspiring words surely gave you an insight into the experience you will have here at Hsnc University. The hour-long discussion that followed her address was evidence of your enthusiasm and eagerness to be part of this institution, and we hope you bring the same level of passion and energy to today's session as well. Let me begin by introducing you all to the Provost of Hsnc University, Dr. Niranjan Hiranandani, Trustee and past President of the Hsnc Board. He has been the visionary behind the creation of our Hsnc University, as well as the Niranjan Hiranandani School of Real Estate. Dr. Kiranandani is a renowned entrepreneur whose real estate business, the Kiranandani Group, is considered as the producer of the best quality housing and commercial premises in the country. And it has been rightly said that he is the man behind redefining the skyline of Mumbai. In addition, Dr. Hiranandani is actively associated with and holds key positions in various government bodies, private and social institutions, schools and colleges, including well-established national bodies like the National Real Estate Development Council and the Associated Chambers of Commerce and Industry of India. In addition, Dr. Hiranandani is known to be a powerful orator, constantly thinking about initiating new avenues of knowledge and skill for students, and is admired for his unrelenting energy, unfailing enthusiasm, and motivational words. We are very fortunate to have him enlighten us with his wealth of experience today. I request you, sir, to deliver the Provost Address.
A very good afternoon to each and every one of you. Thank you, Jade Carvalho, for the introduction. I'm really happy that we have with us on the screens Principal Ramchandani. Thank you very much. It's wonderful to be with you. Principal Balani, also very nice. Vice Principal Padi is over here. The others I cannot see, but I'm sure there are many other people and department heads. But my wonderful students, all very good afternoon to each and every one of you. I'm pretty excited to actually talk to you. I wish we could have done this on a physical platform. It would be there. But since my agendas and timings were also tough, and probably you people wanted to rest and relax in some cozy place at home, I think you have decided to put it on VC or convince them to put it on VC, which is good enough for me too. But it's okay to really understand that. After the COVID times took place, I guess VC is a way to go. But let me share with you, you would lose a lot if you really didn't come to college. The college is a beautiful place to be, and the real interactions take place over there. Meeting your friends, meeting your colleagues, being able to imbibe directly from the teachers, all this action actually takes place into the colleges and the portals of the buildings. Yeah, there is some work and activity going in terms of repairs and renovations, so there are some issues, but I promise you, that once you meet your friends and colleagues, this will all disappear. So you will enjoy the best of it if you come to college and participate in all the activities which your college is really brought about. All the three colleges, the HR, KC, and BTTC, all the three colleges are colleges of great repute. Okay? And thousands of students have gone through the portals of these colleges. And the students have got great future after having gone through these portals. But the secret of this is several. And I'm going to share some of these points with you, some of the secrets with you today, to tell you and share with you why and how you as a student will be able to get the best out of the colleges. After all, remember, so many of the rank holders come from these colleges. In the university, so many of the students who pass from the portals of these colleges have really succeeded so well in life. And I must share with you some of the things from the college's side, some of the things from the student side, which makes it very, very, very interesting, A, to have the knowledge, and B, to be able to utilize this knowledge. I always say, in this age of information, you really don't need to study. What do you need to do? You need to Google. So anything you want, you just go to the Google and ask the question and you get the answer. So why do we have to go to college? Any thoughts on why we go to college when you have all the systems of Google available with you today? Okay, I'm going to share this point with you. Information is not knowledge. Information is information. Google gives you information. Google doesn't give you knowledge. The knowledge gets worked out when you attend the colleges, when you attend the university, and the other activities which the colleges have brought to you. So it is very simple. You cannot have a textbook and be able to think that you would have the complete experience which the college is actually going to give or your teachers are going to share with you. Otherwise, there wouldn't be any colleges. Everybody would get textbooks and give access to internet facility, sit at home, not attend any school or college, and be able to pass the exams and be able to do extremely well and pass out of the place. And why do we need even a college building? Except, of course, for the science subjects where you have laboratories. All the rest would be redundant. But this is not a correct view. And I'm sharing these thoughts with you because so many of us, including me when I was in college, didn't understand this part of it. And so I must tell you about some of these things that you have to do. The first thing I want to share with you is the fact that we are a separate university within Mumbai. The Hsnc University is a self-grown university, a cluster state university with all the three colleges being a part of it. The HR, KC, and the BTTC colleges. And what does it mean? What is the difference between that and any other university? There are lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of differences which are there between other universities and this university. The first and foremost thing is that the curriculum has been reformulated and redone in order to give you the latest and also to be able to give you updated knowledge which the industry needs you to have when you go for a job or to get knowledge about a particular subject. So all in all, we have groups of teachers who get together and reformulate the curriculum. So all the curriculum is updated to be the best that we can possibly give. And those are the latest things wherein all the redundant subjects are eliminated and all the subjects that you will need and industry needs you to know are going to be incorporated. So that's the first and most important thing why Hsnc University is a step ahead of any other university, and the benefits of the colleges under the university that you have joined will be able to give that benefit. So that's the most important part of it. Also, we are now working out different ideas in how we must communicate and pass on this knowledge to you. And hence, innovative methodologies of teaching and learning are being done and incorporated in the methods that HR, KC, and BTTC colleges are going to do. And that is the most interesting part of the thing, which is actually teaching you. And you will get a lot of differential methods of teaching and learning that we are going to do. The thing which I always felt was a wonder as to why the same teacher teaching so many students, but a few of them are actually extraordinary, while some are mediocre and some are not so good. What is it that really goes lacking in the students who are not able to do it? One of the things which is most important is the belief that it is not necessary to learn from the teachers. And this is something that a mistake you should not make, because the part of interacting with the teacher is over and beyond what is there in the textbook. So a lot of it gets done, and when you hear audibly, it gets reinforced. The brilliant points are then reinforced by the teacher, which communicates to you. I think that's common knowledge to all of you, but I just wanted to reinforce that because I think it's going to be extremely important to do it. We do many things which are going to be different than the other colleges in other places. One of the things which we are looking forward to is the interdisciplinary approach that we want to give. So, along with your course, we are going to also create certificate courses or a part of the concept of liberal education. We can do lots and lots of things in the interdisciplinary space. We can look at subjects like digital marketing, public speaking, various ones. They're going to be dime a dozen different courses that you can incorporate. What is the purpose of all this that we want to do for you? The major purpose is that we want to give you an opportunity to pick up skill sets which will be useful to you when you finish college or you go for a job. Most of it have been ideas we have taken from industry where they have said that if these students also had these additional skill set, we would like to pick up those students for the jobs in our factory, in our business, in our service industry, which would be then useful to you when you actually go into the job market. So all that and more is now going to be available to you in our colleges. And I'm pretty sure that you would be very, very, very excited because we are working on novel methods of teaching and learning and blending all these ideas to do what you do. Today, I also want to share with you another secret which actually has brought a difference to these colleges. HR College and KC College both have more than 40 and 25 different clubs respectively. These are not compulsory. It's just not feasible to make these club activities, and they are different activities. And different people really would like different activities. I strongly recommend each and every student who has joined these colleges to join at least one club and activity to do it. There is so much happening in the colleges, which is far beyond the normal curriculum that you do. It makes you a different idea. I'm not going to talk about the manifold clubs. I'm sure it's put on the website of the college and university, and you can certainly look forward to do it. But my personal recommendation, please choose one or more clubs to join and join these activities. You will not have completed your education unless you have joined one of the clubs and actively participate in this activity. There are lots and lots of them. You have even film production, you have public speaking, you have road track, you have NSS, you have various cultural programs like SCO, dozens and dozens of them. I'm not going to ask you which one you would like to join. Just have a look at it, but please don't miss out joining one or more clubs and participate passionately, actively into this. You will always remember your college education, partly by virtue of the academic knowledge you have picked up, but also to the extracurricular activity which is possible to do. It will make you a complete person. It'll give you an idea of how human relationships are there. What is it that makes a complete person? And the difference you will yourself feel once you're out of college. In fact, you will miss not only the college, but also the wonderful extracurricular activity, which brings about great bonding and friendship amongst the students that are there in the industry. So that is in all an understanding of what the college brings to you in terms of it. But I wanted to tell you that there are certain things that I want to share with you. And these are suggestions from my personal experience with students, as well as my understanding as to how you can actually do fantastically and make full use of your college career, your college period, so that you turn out the best and don't miss out these 3 years of activity which is brought about it. The first and foremost thing that I believe is to go ahead into your subject, pick up one or two which you like the most, and start it off to go into the depths of that subject. Make it your peak passion, but don't leave behind your other subjects which you can pick up there. So try and see if you can excel in a couple of subjects at least, so that you start that right from the beginning and do it. It'll help you to remain concentrated on your subjects right from day one. Some of you are also doing other activities, like some of the commerce BCom students are also doing chartered accountancy. It's a very recommended thing to do. And I think it gives you a big help in actually scoring very well in your BCom examination also. The second thing which I want to strongly recommend is to learn how to work with teams. Most of us are able to work individually, but when you get into college activities, one of the prime things that you pick up is team building, team working. And you will realize that the multiplier effect of a team working is huge and humongous. Each person can be complementary and supplementary to each other. And learning to work as a team will give you and build you great character, great interpersonal relationships. And that will also help you in the future in your work, both professional and in business or in startups. Whenever you're doing it, that learning to build a team is extremely important. Another very important point which I want to share with you, and we think that you should take up, is to work out a goal. Try and put a target to yourself. I'm going to improve my health. Go into a gym and do it. I'm going to stand first in my class. Have that as a target, work towards it, and see that you really follow it up by a proper timetable that you work on. Of course, keep time for your friends, keep time for your fun and frolic, and keep time for everything, but don't miss out a timetable to work on your studies, which is very, very important to you. Set up self-proclaimed deadlines for each activity. This is not important only in college, but I want you to make a habit of it so that you have goals in your mind, an idea that goals have to be done and broken up into activities, and you must try and meet or beat the deadlines that you have set for yourself in order to do it. Again, this will be very useful to you when you get into your professional or business career, that you will know how to work on projects, how to work on missions, how to work on various ideas, and then you set up timelines, deadlines, timetable for yourself and for your colleagues as to what is doing to be done. Many of us don't know what our careers will be. Even then, it doesn't matter. Dream about your career right now. I want to become a professional chartered accountant. I want to do whatever. I want to do a career in management. So I want to pick up different skill sets which a manager is to be done. Read a few books, pick up ideas of what the skill sets will be, and define all these things that you really need to do. Also redefine what your future activity will be. You're not like, this is not a school. This is a college and a university. If you do not plan for your future, how will you reach there? If you're flying a plane and you want to go to Delhi, you go up north. You don't go towards Chennai, do you? So you can't flounder in your life and waste 3 years of your life without actually having a goal setting in your mind. So think about a goal, and then try and see to it that you actually work towards meeting those goals. Of course, the goals may change as you see new opportunities and different opportunities that may come up. There are careers which will keep up coming, new ideas will come up. You may be able to define a startup, join some technical partner who will be able to help you to do this. And this is something which I believe is going to be increasingly important. Another thing which I have always found very useful in my youth, and even today, after I've grown up, that is to pick up mentors. Very important. You don't have to copy the mentors. Your mentors can be your teachers, it can be your friends, it can be books, it can be people who are in industry, in business, grown-up people. So all of them would be very, very important as mentors. If you look up to the mentors, pick up the good points of theirs, use that. You don't have to copy paste it, but you can get ideas from them in order to see how you can do it. Because you need people to motivate you to do. Many times we want to do something, but chalta hai yaar, we will do it after a few months, a few weeks. Why do I have to start it now? But do we know that unless we don't make a beginning, we are never going to achieve our targets if they are higher than ourselves? So it's extremely important to see that we put up big targets and start assiduously working towards them to do that. The Hsnc University, the colleges of our university and board are all there to support all these activities and thoughts to be done there. I'll give you 2 examples of what we have done recently at the university. We got Mr. Ratan Tata, the chairman of Tata Trust, and a very leading luminary and philanthropist of India to come to our university and get the doctorate of literature. Last week, few days back, we got one of the two Nobel Prize winners who are alive today, Mr. Kailash Satyarthi. He came to our college and university and was with us for 2 days, wherein he shared with us his thoughts and ideas to do it. Now, it's not easy to have participation of such leading luminaries, but for the fact that you are part of such a university and college. And those who missed hearing him personally last week should go up, and I will check up the connect, which we will be there, or we will put it on the internet, social media, or YouTube, so that you can catch up to hear what he had to say. And he had some brilliant ideas how we must do and live life completely. I'm not going to tell you what he said, because I would think that you should go and hear him yourself. But we will definitely communicate the idea to do it. One of the things that I have found in life is that we are all dreamers, but many of our dreams are too small. I would recommend very strongly that your dreams should be big. Remember one thing, today, a chaiwala has become the Prime Minister of India. You are more than that. So why can't you achieve something big? Why can't you dream big? Why should you dream very small? Dream big and start action in your life. I promise you, you will achieve it. It does need hard work. It does mean that you will fall. You have pitfalls. It does mean that there are going to be setbacks in achieving those targets because you have dreamt very big. But believe you me, you will be able to achieve it. So I really recommend to do it. Once you have dreamed, when you have a vision, can you reach that dream and vision in one night? No, you cannot. I cannot. Nobody can, because it's a very big dream. But there is one thing you can definitely do, is every day take one step towards the dream very diligently and clearly. The moment you start the first step, I promise you, the beginning is made and the inertia is gone. You have started that step. Sometimes you're given big books to read, whether it's a difficult subject or easy subject. Promise yourself that at least you're going to read a couple of pages, more than one page every single day, though it looks tough to be able to start the book and complete it. But once you make the first step towards the thing, it is always going to be successful. I have found that even if you start late in life, it is possible for you to meet your goals and successes. Let me take an example of myself. Niranjan Hiranandani, age 48. I was in the world of business. I didn't have time to look after my health and exercise. And I went to my alma mater, my school, Campion School, wherein I did a small race for old boys at the age of 48 in my school. And we ran 20 meters race because I'm an old boy. So they kept a short race. And at the end of that run of 20 meters, I was panting. And I said, oh my God, if at 48, this is my health ka halat, what is going to happen when I become 60? So I made it a point in my mind that I'm going to change how I'm going to live life. I joined the gym and started doing exercises. I also did. Let me now do a fast forward to age 72. Now I gym, I do weights 3 days a week. I do cardio 3 days a week. And I do a 5-kilometer run once a week on the track at Priyadarshini Park. at Nepinsi Road. And I've now started yoga twice a week in the evenings. And I'm quite healthy at the age of 72. So it doesn't matter whatever is the age that you start your vision and activity to make a change in your life, whether it's your health or it is your subject that you need to do. If you take the first step and make a beginning, I'm sure that your goals will actually be there. One of the things I want to further share with you, and I'm going to say just 2 or 3 more things, and then I will open for question answers from you. One of the things which I'm going to really tell you is the fact that whatever you do, you must do it with a passion. You know, do it like your life depends on it. Whatever it is, whether it is running, whether it is dancing, whether it is speaking, whether it is laughing, whatever you do it with a fervor and passion. In all your life, when you do activities, remember, don't give up that passion. It's the most important thing in your life. If you do that, I promise you, your goals will become very, very, very easy. And I found that if I'm passionate about something that I want to do, I will do it. So you must make your studies your passion, your extracurricular activities a passion, your other activities also a passion, and that will help you to achieve your goals extremely fast and extremely correct. So all this and more that I'm sharing with you today is to make your life complete. But most important thing at all is to love and respect the institution which has been built over the last 50 years plus. And they have taken pains of making the institution in a manner by which you will be successful in life. You will benefit from it. But I can't force you to benefit from it. You have to manage to do it yourself. Colleges produce great students. Great students produce themselves. We will always give you the best direction, the best ideas, the best thoughts, the best teaching. But learning is your privilege, your prerogative, and your thought. Don't make a mistake. I'm not saying you don't have fun in life. Please do. People who work hard also have time for having fun. And you should, and so do I. So we must always have joy in all this. Plus, enjoy all your other activity, including your learning. And I promise you, it will make your life easier in terms of learning and do. So I want to congratulate each and every student, the wonderful principals, the vice principals, the other heads of departments who are here today, and all my wonderful students. A wonderful journey in the next couple of years. Please take full advantage of all the activities and learning, teaching that you're doing. You will have a brilliant time, a wonderful time, and you will have a very successful, because we have created one of the best institutions on the academic side, and we are also wanting to now do it on the other aspects of it, which is the cultural side, which is the idea of getting other activities of skills and other ideas into you, which you will enjoy and carry out. So all the very best to you. I'm open to question answers, and I would love a little interactive session in order to get some thoughts in my mind, which are there in my mind to you. I could go on speaking, but then I get bored of hearing myself. I'd rather interact with you. Jade, if you can pick out the people to do the questions, yes. I would be very happy to interact and answer them.
All right, students, if you would like to put your questions within the chat, or Karthik, any questions that have come in from YouTube, if you'd like to send them across to me, I will read them out for sir. Before we get to the question, sir, thank you as always for being such a source of guidance to us, helping us understand the true meaning of knowledge, reinforcing the importance of classroom interaction with the teacher, significance of actively participating in at least one club, value of working with a passion, and the skill of working in a team. Your address, as always, has had multiple takeaways for students and faculty alike.
Thank you, Jade.
Students, anything to say or any question? Yes, sir. There's a question that says, I have an interest in dancing, public speaking, and writing. What opportunities may I find at this university?
Would Mr. Padi or Padi, could you answer that in HR college? Who's there?
Pooja Madam.
Yeah,
there is a wide spectrum of activities. With your kind permission, sir, I am beginning.
Yeah, please, please.
So far as KC College is concerned, we have got a wide spectrum of activities that goes on under the umbrella of scope. So it is not only in the own college that we have got all these activities that is carry on, but also students are there where we select the talents. There is a talent hunt program also. So whether it is dancing, whether it is a drama, whether it is painting, whether it is music, anything is there. So different festivals also that we have been going over there. So we are not only talking about like Malhar, or we are talking about Movie Indigo, and all those kinds of are there. And we have successfully won also trophies from there, and we have individual events, and we have also held positions as a team also in these events are there. This is all possible because students all year round. So anybody who is visiting the campus will see that one or other activity is always going on. Students are practicing for either going outside there or some activity that is going to happen in KC College itself. And when we talk about public speaking and all those things are there, we have got a debate club, and we have got a great kind of say debate competition that happens for the human rights debate competition is there, which is all the kind of college through. And that is something which has been going on since the days of Principal Kundani. And it is one of the most sought after event in the college itself. And another event which again is there, which the students are should look forward to, is the economic convention. So when you talk about economic convention, it is not only economic students. There are science students, there are B4 students, there are media students, and all the students are there because there are lots of research work has to be done, publications, it has to be published, work has to be there, presentations are there, and question and answer sessions are also there. And presentation is before a panel of experts, not only from the field of economics, but also not from India, but also there will be also participants from abroad. So these are only few activities that I'm talking about. So if you will permit me, sir, I will just add a little bit. Like some of the students are there who also have got, for sports. In sports also, you talk about any kind of, say, either athletics is there, or we are talking about team sports are there, individual events like aquatic events are there, whether talk about badminton or table tennis, weightlifting, even to the extent of having fencing. So that also they can try out here and they can do it over here. So I think like student can think of a thing, think of a program or an event or a kind of say activity, and we have got it. And I can also very safely say that HR also has got a lot of things in store for the students itself. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Sir, Hiranandani, sir, student has asked, how do we become confident like you, as well as how do you suggest that we deal with distraction that occurs between goals when we are working towards the goal?
Very good question. We are all fearful of the unknown. And at a younger age, there is so much to do in the future that we do it. The best way and the secret of every activity that you want to take up, whether you're fearful or not, is to take one step at a time. First, take the first step in that activity, then the second step, and the third step, and the fourth step. And when you just take one step at a time, you may still be fearful, but you will not find difficulty in taking the steps. But if you're so afraid and don't take steps, then you're not going to be able to ever become confident again. So the secret is to think of some new activity which may look difficult or big in the beginning, but you have to keep at it and really achieve the entire activity over a period of time. And this is not the case in college and other things that you do. Life in general is like that. The biggest the questions in all life will continue to come all the time that you do, whether it's in which subject should I choose? You're so fearful. Which career path should I take? Another fearful activity. Where is the confidence measure? But if you start studying about the activity, find out what the opportunity is in this activity, what you enjoy the most, take part into that activity. See what skill sets are there, nature in you that you adapt. If you don't know what it is, go to a counselor who may guide you as to what are the activities now where there is a lot of job employment possibility to be done. But in the activities of the college and the college careers, all of them have good future in terms of college careers, post-college careers that we really draft our activity to. So confidence comes by defining a goal, starting first step, and really moving on one step at a time. Sooner or later, you're overcome. But life is going to be fearful even at age 50 and 70 and 30 and 40. You'll find times in all that, which girl should I marry? The girl will think which boy to marry. Very fearful activity because we don't know what we are going to get into it. Where is the confidence to be able to even choose that? Which career and which job to take if there is more than one job opportunity? But you make a study of it, make a research of it, consult people, talk to your mentors, find out what is possibility, go to a counselor, talk to your teacher, talk to your parents, different ideas you get. Once you get that, you will be reinforced with better knowledge and automatically confidence will come. So if you're educated, if you are knowledgeable, if you have researched, if you have found out, if you have discussed, if you have been mentored, your work and confidence will automatically improve. It will never be 100% till you walk the talk. So when you walk the talk, when you do the action, when you do the activity, confidence will automatically come.
All right. Sir, another student has asked if you have any recommendation for any book or something related to communication skills or confidence building. If you have any recommendation for somebody that they should, look at.
I can't think of anything offhand, but I promise to you in the next week or so, I shall find out what is the best book in this line. I'm not the best. I have not read anything recently about good communication. But what I will do is I will make a little research of it. And Ms. Carvalho, I will pass it on to you. And then please pass it on to the student.
Yes. So students are also asking about, according to you, what do you feel are the most necessary skills that a student should develop during their undergraduate education for success post-graduation?
Oh, difficult. Why do we have so many wide ranges of subjects? Because different people require different skills for different professional future. So somebody will look at science, somebody will look at art, somebody will look at commerce, somebody will look at within the commerce field, there are multiple activities which are there. So the future is so much and so wide. Even if I spent the whole day telling you what are the opportunities to do today in your future careers, I won't be able to tell you. But a little discussion on the table and talking to a counselor, talking to these, lots and lots of opportunities exist over there. So I can't possibly tell you one career path which is there. So there are too many career paths to do for science students, for art students, for commerce students. And there are lots of new skill sets that you possibly knew. Mass media, for instance, financial management skills that you require to do. But, simply what we talked about, communication. I mean, the skill set of communication is so important. I'm sorry, I'm not offhand got any book knowledge at the moment, but effective communication is so important to learn, irrespective whether it is written communication, spoken communication, different types of communication that you can do through social media, etc. These are all methods of communication which become extremely important, but there is no one single thing, direction or goal or subject that we need to do. We get you for broad spectrum of jobs and activities and subjects. That's why we have so many courses, so many subjects, because different people will get different job opportunities. We can't possibly, all of us get the same job opportunity, can we?
All right. So thank you, sir. Sir, another question is coming regarding the management of time. I think, the idea of trying to balance curricular and extracurricular activities. So students are asking if you have any suggestions for effective time management that you apply in your life.
First and foremost, Jude, keep time for fun and play. So say 2 hours a day, fun and play. Nothing will disturb, anything will come in the way of fun and play. So you reserve that time for fun and play. The rest of that day, you again plan it out. You want to have a bath, you have to sleep, you have to have a bath, you have to get ready, you have to eat food, you have this activity. Then you must have time enough to recapitulate with whatever you have done yesterday and plan it. The most important thing is to plan a goal and a vision, and then break it down as to how much time do you need to achieve that goal. I want to enter into the dance competition and be the one-number dancer on that dance competition on TV, for example, which has nothing to do with studies. I promise myself that I will go to a dance school, a dance teacher, and I already am fond of dancing, but I will take professional help. And I will go every single day for 1 hour to do dancing. Similarly, if I want to do any other activity which is important, is a goal thing, I will keep that up. After you have done that, you can then start filling up the rest of the time for other activity. You have your fun time, your food time, your sleep time, but you have to have some goals for which you will put some time aside every single day. At least an hour for that particular goal. So the best part is you have a balanced day where you have fun, you have your goal setting, you work towards that goal, and the other time you plan where you can do less or more time. And at the end of the day, check out, did I work hard enough on my most important task that I have kept for myself? Have I given it enough time? Do I need to give tomorrow more time or less time? Or is it less time? Mostly, you shouldn't do less time. If it's an important goal in your life, try to see that you at least spend 1 hour, if not more, on that important goal time. Once you do this and make a practice of it, you will redefine your time management over a period of time. You will have the fun part, you will have the most important goals to be done, and you have all the rest of it where you move of life. Simple ideas and thoughts, and lots of books on time management. Just go on the internet. You will be able to go on Amazon. You'll get plenty of books if you really want to go into the depth of it. I've given you the simple ideas and background, which I can do due to shortage of time. But there are lots of other things in detail, and you can always read about it.
Thank you, sir. A number of students have also written about their appreciation towards being able to listen to you speak today. A student has said, "Good afternoon, sir. I'm very ecstatic to have listened to you today. I want to become an investment banker, currently pursuing CA and then CFA. My question is, because of the growing artificial intelligence and machine learning, do you think there's a bright future of CA and investment banker for the next 30 to 40 years?
I don't know about 30 to 40 years, but I can promise you next 10 to 15 years, there is a huge and great future in it. And nothing survives beyond a certain period of time, and you get new activities which you will learn, but focus on investment banking and these ideas in the next couple of years. I promise you, you will have a great future. Over a period of time, you keep on looking for other things, but there's no hurry. If you're focused on investment banking as a chartered accountant and CFA, You have chosen a good career for yourself. I'm glad that you have crystallized this objective. Now make it to point not to be just a CA, CFA, or investment banker. Not to be a good CA, CFA, or an investment banker, but to be a great CFA, CA, and an investment banker. So whatever you do very well. That your colleagues one day, when you become a great investment banker, people will say, hey, he was my classmate. Now look at it, how he has achieved. So I want you to be that type of great investment banker that everybody looks up to. And it is possible if you're clear in your objective, if you are sure about your commitment, if you're passionate about your subject, and you act to actually do, study, and on it, and focus on that subject, you will be immensely successful. For a long period of time, I don't know after 10, 15 years what's going to happen, but I promise you, the next 10 to 15 years, the opportunities of investment banker are huge and humongous. So don't worry beyond that period.
All right. Thank you, sir. Sir, a little bit of a philosophical question. The student has said, sir, you said we are all dreamers, but sir, are we all achievers? That was the question.
Yeah, if you don't dream big, you have no goal. So if you've not dreamt at all, how do you actually have an objective or an achievement target? So the main secret in all this is to dream big, create a target, which is your end objective, your games, and then start working towards setting and succeeding in this thing. But once you have a goal set and you do it, that's the only which way in order to achieve these objectives. No other way. So it's extremely important to do that, define the thing, and you will do it.
So another question, I think, based on your inspiring words, students would like to know if you are okay with sharing with us your daily morning routine. They want to know how you start your day, because students have said we wish we had the same energy and passion as Kiranandani sir.
So early morning, I get up at 5:10, 5:15. I'm up. I do a little study and research for the next 15, 20 minutes on an education platform. And I circulate my study of the morning. Sometimes I do it at night. And then I post it to about 40 people on a broadcast mission. And then I do a little bit of clearing my emails, a few of them which I've kept at night ready to be applied mind on, and then finish it. I'm in the gym before 6:15. I've finished all my getting ready, brush, shave, and all that stuff. And then I go to the gym by 6:15, 6:30. I spend 6 days in the gym, 1 day on the jogging track. So I've spent a good an hour. And then I come, wash, bathe, look at the papers, have breakfast, and I leave from my office by 8:15. So that's my good morning.
Thank you, sir. The last question we can ask you is that the students have said today most of the youth spend their time on the phone or social media. So according to you, how can we make our phone or social media useful for uplifting ourselves rather than scrolling through non-useful information on the internet?
So one cannot do without a phone. One cannot do without social media. All that is a part and parcel of our life. But everything good is never good if it is in excess. Let's presume that you're eating proteins, all right? So you have a protein food that you have. But if you have over excess protein foods and you actually overeat, that anyway is also bad for you, even though it is proteins. So very clearly that these are things. So anything, even if it is good, but it is in excess, is going to be bad. So we have to balance what we need and what we really get and use. Even if you have something in excess which you own or have, it doesn't mean that you have to eat more or do something more out of it. So that is the most important thing. Make a balance of whatever it is and never have excesses in any of the activity that you do. That's the most important thing.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Students, I could see more questions in the chat, and I do promise that the ones that are specific to a particular course, we will definitely be answering in the coming weeks. If you have specific questions that you all have mentioned related to each club, there will be a time during which your clubs will be orienting you, so you will be able to ask those questions at that time. But I would now, sir, with your permission, on behalf of Hsnc University, I'd like to take this opportunity to propose a vote of thanks for today's webinar. My deepest gratitude to Dr. Niranjan Hiranandani for taking out time from his busy schedule and addressing the gathering today. Sir's address always generates positive energy and enthusiasm among students. So thank you for those very motivating and encouraging words and advice from your wealth of experience. My heartfelt gratitude to Professor Hemlata Bagla, Vice Chancellor of Hsnc University, for initiating this 2-week induction program and being a constant source of guidance and support for all of us. My sincere thanks to the Registrar and Dean of Arts and Humanities, Hsnc University, Dr. Bhagwan Balani, Dean of Commerce and Management, Dr. Pooja Ramchandani, principals, vice principals, and faculty members across colleges of Hsnc University for joining in today's session. A special thanks to our technical team, headed by Mr. Karthik today, as well as his team of volunteers in ensuring the smooth flow of this session. And lastly, a big thank you to this wonderful audience for attending this session so sincerely and making it a grand success with your vibrant questions. We have come to the end of day 2 of this 2-week induction program. We will see you on Monday for day 3. Good afternoon to you all, and I wish you, dear students, a deeply rewarding week ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Bye,
sir.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day, sir.
Bye.
Students, you're asking what time on Monday. You will receive the information in your WhatsApp groups. It's usually 11 a.m., but you will receive the poster and the link in your WhatsApp groups on Monday. If students haven't been attached to a WhatsApp group, if you could call the college office, you will be given information on how to be attached to a WhatsApp group. Thank you. Balani, sir, with your permission, may we end the session?
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Balani, sir.